Hello, welcome to PCD Vinyl World. Today I just wanted to go over a quick video with some pickups I recently had over the weekend and at thrift store. Nothing spectacular, just a few things I had picked up recently. So first one is Robert Plant, Now and Zen. Always liked this album, but never had picked it up. This is sort of like when he went back into more of a rock style. His first album was kind of rock, but then after that it was kind of moody music, I would say. But this one's got Jimmy Page on a few tracks. Giles Band. This is one of their early albums. Ladies Invited. I don't think I know any of the songs on here. But it was only $1 in the dollar bin. Most of these were actually got in the dollar bin, except for a couple. But Chicago Hot Streets. It's a promo I got for $1. I'm not really a big Chicago fan. I had their first album. But I figure I'd get this because as far as I know, it didn't have a lot of their cheesy stuff on here. It's actually pretty good from what I heard so far. This is the first album after Terry Kath died, but there is like a lot of guitar on it, surprisingly. The guy on here, Donnie Dacko, I think he only lasted a few years with them. But next up is Johnny Guitar Watson, Ain't It a Bitch. I think this is more of like a funk album rather than a blues album. The only reason I picked this up was I heard he was a big influence on Frank Zappa, so I figured I'd give it a spin. Pez Band. Had not really heard of them, but from what I read, they're from the same area as Cheap Trick and sort of power pop as well. So let me try that one. Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. This is a promo also. He's a pretty good bluesy guitar player. He did one of the few guys I think captured Jimi Hendrix's sound pretty well. So, Beck, Bogart, and the Piece. Jeff Beck. I think Superstition is like the well-known song off this one. The Rossington Collins Band. They had a couple albums, I think, maybe two. This is Gary Rossington, Alan Collins, and Billy Powell from Lynyrd Skynyrd after the plane crash. And I've not heard this yet, but I think there's a female singer on here. So, Detective. Takes One to Know One. This is their second album. It's a promo as well. I have the first album. It's okay. Significant about the first album is it has the song Ain't None of Your Business, which was recorded by Kiss for Destroyer but not used. I remember the drums being really good on the first album, and this also has Tony Kaye from Yes as well. Jerryrafferty. This is his first album. He's best known for City to City, Baker Street, and all that. But I actually got this. This is brand new, sealed for $1. And it's okay. It's not bad. There's a couple decent songs on here. This is more acoustic based. I got 3 albums by the band Trooper. Self-titled, Knock 'em Dead Kid, and Flying Colors. I had not heard this band really at all. I've heard of them. Martin Popoff, who's on Pete Pardo's show all the time, he raves about them. And I did some research. They have about 10 albums. So I picked up 3 of them for $1 each. So we'll see how they are. Got 2 Blackfoot albums too. Tomcattin' and Marauder. I think this is considered one of their best. But I remember a couple of their songs were actually on MTV in the early days, believe it or not. Sort of a hard Southern band. And finally, Black Oak, Arkansas, High on the Hog. This is the one with Jim Dandy. I have a couple of their other albums, including the first album. I'm not really a big fan, but I keep seeing their albums usually really cheap for $1 or $2, so I always pick them up. And was that it? I think so. I had a couple CDs besides that, but hopefully I can start making more videos now. My job has settled down. I was training for a while, so I couldn't really even listen to that much music during the day, but hopefully we'll get back on track and start making videos at least once a week. So again, if you like these videos, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.